Hey guys, Kevpert here. Welcome to episode 3 of my 2v2 analysis series. Today we're back watching some pros. We're going to watch Paschy90 and Deevo, and they're going to play against Kevpert Jr. in some tournament play. So this play style of Paschy and Deevo is very interesting because they're very talented ones, and so they'll make a lot of solo plays. They understand risk. They understand when to go for hits, when to drop off, how to create attacking chances. So there's a lot to learn from this replay in particular. So we're gonna get started and see what we can learn. Okay, so orange fakes kick off here, and Deevo gets a high shot. He's gonna commit Jacob. You just see there that Paschy has grabbed that boost, and Jacob's gonna hit this way. So there's gonna be an opportunity for Paschy to beat Jacob to the ball and try to create some pressure. So he realizes Jacob's no boost, just chips into the corner, tries to go for high center. We're gonna see a lot of those attempts. And the fact that it just rolls back out through the corner makes it very predictable for Deevo. And Deevo does a very good job right here of going for a high center. And high centers are debilitating for players who have no boost. See here, 2 players in goal. Uses up all their boost. They can't get a decent clear. So Jacob's out of boost. You see Paschy grabbing that boost. And Sad Jr. now out of boost after that miss. So they play it very slow here. Opting for a high shot and air dribble, possibly trying to get a dunk. And as soon as this ball looks like it's going to be won by Sad Jr., Deevo steps off. So this is one of the big things that a lot of players at the lower levels don't understand or don't execute properly. This is a ball that Sad Jr. to win, and a lot of players will dive in anyway. So Deevo does a good job, and you'll see him do this quite a bit. He knows when to back off. He understands the risk, and he backs off. And he defends this really well. He doesn't rotate to net. He follows the ball. A lot of players will rotate here, try to turn out this way. In my opinion, that's not great because it opens up an opportunity for pressure from the opponent, because when you clear it back this way, they can clear it back. That's not ideal. So you'll see Deevo try to get into that sort of position. Alright, once he understands that Sad Jr. has this ball, alright, it's very slow, so it's not very dangerous. So he's in a good position here just to delay, and Paschy is able to come across. Now, Deevo has an amazing recovery here. He just continues his aerial, and he actually beats Jacob to the ball. So not the best that they both go for it, but overall it was quite a safe play. So Deevo understanding the positioning there of Sad Jr. So once Deevo recovers, hits us up the wall, he hits it in behind Sad Jr., who's driving backwards. That means Sad Jr. has a limited ability to grab this boost, so you're going to see Deevo try to race him there and try to beat him there, so that Sad Jr. is making a play for the boost. He misses, he has 0 boost, no momentum. He ends up actually demoing him. So Deevo gets the boost, Paschy's going to attack. Poor shot, but Deevo does well here. So Deevo obviously getting the boost, prioritizing the boost denial game. And Paschy getting a very low shot. I'm sure he wanted to hit that higher. And so it's up to Deevo here just to keep this, and he'll want to get this back over this way for maybe a shot, or he'll want to hit it back into the corner for more pressure. So you can either do one of 2 things. I know that's not the touch he wanted, because that lets Jacob get out. So another thing you'll see in high level 2s is the concept of trust. And this is exemplified by how Deevo rotates back. So even in 2v1 situations like this, Deevo is confident in his teammate that he can deal with any ball like this, which is high lofted. So Deevo is going to rotate this way. He's going to grab the boost and then go to net. With 100 boost, he's going to be more effective in the next play. Whereas a lot of players will try to grab these, go 50 boost, maybe have to save a shot. They're back down at 0 boost, and that creates problems. So knowing when to go for boost, when to trust your teammate is really important. They do a very good job here. Paschy stepping to that really well. Alright, this is really interesting. You see Paschy's gone all the way to the left to get boost. This is a clear boost denial game. So as this ball goes up, and Sad Jr. looks on lock to actually clear this across the net. So we can see this here. So Sad Jr. is on that side of the ball. Alright, he opts to go left. Paschy takes away the option to clear it this way across goal where the pressure where there's no pressure. Remember, all the pressure's right here. And Deevo takes away the option to go this way. So you'll see Sad Junior's caught in two minds here. He goes up. He opts to hit it back this way. And now they're in trouble. Deevo doing a very good job anticipating Jacob's play there. So they're in perfect positions here. You see Paschy's already gotten this boost. He's denied the opportunity for the play to go that way. So he makes the play predictable. Funnels it this way. Now that's not a great play from Deevo, but it happens. And you see an application of the turn and clear. Paschy being probably the best in the world at doing that. That just delays the play, lets Deevo come back. Now Deevo's in a position to save. You actually see Paschy make a mistake here, because he's actually just ball watching and he's not actually doing anything. In fact, Paschy should already be here at this moment so he could step out. Right, he's not really accomplishing anything there. And he actually makes a desperation backflip, which Sad Junior hits him. Actually just hits him. That's more luck than anything, as opposed to good play. So, a little ball watching there. But the delay was really good from Paschy earlier. Alright, so here we see a massive positioning error on Orange's part. And it's something that I've done. I think a lot of people have done this. But it's in situations like this, when your teammate doesn't have a lot of boost, is going for weak hits, and you opt to go for this boost. So this is just not understanding the play. Jacob's not on lock to win this ball. It's actually Deevo. And Jacob's not in a position, if he was in a position like this, maybe it'd be appropriate to go left and grab that boost. Because the play would generally funnel this way, and you have a pretty good chance of clearing it back. But Jacob is sideways, he's flipped, he's not in a position. Sad Junior, this is the perfect time to just go straight back. And Jacob gets easily beat out. This goes straight into the net. Poor play, but Deevo doing a really good job just taking that up the wall, which is a really effective way to get out. Okay, so this ball should be Paschy's. He's going to let it bounce. And very interesting that he does not elect to clear. And that's for good reason. You see the two players, one here, very deep positions. You clear it at them, they clear it back. So that's a problem. So Paschy understands he has this space, so he's going to go into a bounce dribble, which admittedly he's very good at. So he pops it up. I think he pops it up a little too far. He goes for an air dribble. It doesn't work out. Now Deevo's in a lot of trouble. But Deevo does really well to delay and absorb this pressure. So he's just slowing down the play. He reads the wall bounce expertly. He's already on the move before it bounces, so he's understanding. He understands the walls, which is something pros definitely need to know. Right, so being on the move before it hits the wall is very important. And you see Deevo just move up the pitch and go for a demo, go for a bump. And you don't really need a bump. You just need to be there so they jump. And Jacob does an insanely good job of actually hurling the challenge and making the save. So you see here now that they're overcommitted. Deevo's there. There's no pressure, right? One player there, one player there. This ball is easily going to get taken out. So you're going to see an attempt to try to stop the play, try to delay and let Deevo get back from Paschy. There's that attempt. It's just delaying the play. Now Deevo's back. Deevo can step. And that is really good defending. Those two working as a very tight-knit team there. All right, so here is another good pointer. So Paschy taking this up the wall. Deevo just grabbed that boost, is rotating back. Now, in episode 1, when we looked at Snansky, we thought, well, maybe this movement would be best. Deevo does something different because he understands Paschy's doing a ones play. Paschy is 100% going to clear it against these guys who are in deep positions. Deep positions means big clears. You don't want to be close. So this is just understanding risk, Deevo backing out. And because he's backed out, he's in a great position to recover that ball. Maybe not the touch he wanted. And now he has gotten himself in some trouble there. Looks like some lag on the viewer's part there. and some very basic rotation. So it's a very common rotation scheme. You see Paschy getting boost. If you are out of boost in twos, then there's something wrong with your boost management. So looking for opportunities to go for this boost when the play is safe. When play is coming this way, it's not going towards net, it's safe. Paschy understands that, he grabs the boost, and now he's in a position where he can defend and have 100 boost. So he gets there. Deevo recovers. You see Deevo's movement was like that. He recovers, grabs the boost, and is now in behind Paschy. And Paschy gets the clear. Very good play. And extremely good positioning. Very simple positioning from Deevo. So as this ball goes long, you know that Jacob is on lock to get this next hit. You know Jacob does not want to clear it this way. He wants to clear it this way, actually, to the right. So you know the ball's going to come this way. So you should position yourself right here. This is exactly what Deevo does. When the outcome is a little different, it just goes inside. Jacob mishitting that. Deevo able to step in and get the goal. Very simple goal there. But has to do with a good defensive rotation, lets him get out. And then Deevo positioning himself well on the counterattack. So very good transition play there. Okay, so Deevo cheating up, grabbing that boost on the side, and that allows him to take this into air dribble. So you might be wondering why he does this. He actually does this because, you see, he understands that one player's already in the wall. So if you hit it into the wall, it's just going to get cleared with a lot of power into some sort of region like that. There's already a player in the net. So if you hit into the wall, and for some reason this player doesn't get it, and as this ball has a lot of speed coming this way, Jacob, who would be in an in-net position, could get a massive clear at speed. So he actually opts to go into an air dribble, which is very interesting, a very smart play. And Paschy understanding that he needs to drop off. Ideal positioning for him would be to grab that little pad there, get in this sort of position, because he understands that Orange had the boost. That's not what he does, though. He goes all the way back. Sorry, Orange has the clear. Paschy goes all the way back. Now he's too far to get the next hit. This creates a problem because now there's a pass, there's a redirect, and a potential goal there. Nothing Jacob can do about this here, though. Really amazing shot. So let's look at this from Deevo's perspective, because you can actually see quite a bit from his perspective. So you can see two players. You can see redirect positioning from Sad Jr. So he's just going to cover behind, and he gets in a good position for the save. And that is just a wonderful shot. Jacob has just not enough speed to get to that. Okay, so very dominant so far. 3 goals. And that could have been a goal. Deevo, obviously, with one of the best kickoffs in the game. And that's a feature of Jacob's play. He'll go for multi-touch aerials on the wall. Very good at taking the ball all the way down the field. So Deevo, you'll see his positioning. See if we can cover it here. He's flipped deep. Right, this is a perfect opportunity to stay deep. Right, whenever a player takes it up the corner wall, they can usually flick it out really powerfully out into the middle. So if you stay deep, maybe you can get in a position to clear. Now Jacob does an insanely good job of taking this ball. Paschy never challenged, which is good. He just drops off. Paschy goes to net. He lets Deevo take. And then now you're going to see some really good play from Deevo. This is how you speed up your game. So this is one of the best ways to speed up your game. It's jumping before the ball hits the wall. So you know offensive rebounds, everyone knows how to do those, or how powerful they can be, especially at the top levels of the game. That's what Sad Jr. tries to set up. If you're able to predict where it's going before it hits the wall, right, he's in the air right there, then you can always beat out players. So that is a really important skill. It's something I've been working very hard on. You see Deevo do it masterfully there. So now they're out. Goes for a shot in his own. Very close. And here we see what I was talking about earlier. So whenever you hit a ball into the wall with a lot of speed, and opponents who are in the goal can attack with a lot of speed. So here we see a lot of speed on this ball. Sad Jr. hitting this ball with a lot of speed, basically clearing it all the way downfield. So Paschy realizes this, and he backs off really early. And he does a masterful catch here on the wall. Clears it. And now Sad Jr. there with a really good chance. Let's see what they did wrong here. I mean, other than Deevo being the tiniest bit late, there's not much that he could have done better. Paschy stepping. Deevo taking control of his ball. And at this level, you can always expect players to get power clears off the wall. So we talked about Snasky being very talented at that. So at this point, Paschy's getting really deep. You can see that his intent. A little surprised it doesn't happen. And now Paschy's able to step. Backs off. And again, Deevo going for a shot. So actually, Deevo actually doesn't do the best option. So we all know that he can jump, read the ball before it goes and hits the wall. So he's up before it hits the wall, goes for a shot. Because it's low and the players are really deep, causes a problem. So you can see Sad Jr. has a very easy clear. And now Jacob's up. So this is actually going to be a goal. So here Jacob with another multi-touch aerial pass completely takes him out of the game. So Deevo going for the shot here actually causes a ton of issues. Let's go back into fly cam. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. He has actually plenty of time to take this off the bounce, go for a power shot instead, which would have been much better. And Deevo not able to get back in time. So it caused some issues. Low shots are probably one of my weaknesses, especially from that sort of range when players are deep, opponents are deep. You really want to go for high shots. Maybe in his case, he should just hit that into the corner. So here, Deevo with actually really cool technique here. Something you don't see often. So he actually does a backflip kind of roll. And that's just the way his car is oriented. That was the way he's going to get most power. So here you see him back off. Bit unlucky not to save that. Let's talk about his decision to back off. So here, Paschy's beat out. He's kind of out of the play. Jacob is on lock to get this next hit. So really, you know, you're going to see Deevo step out. He's going to step out too far, and then he's going to step back. So this is semi-pressure. It's quasi-pressure. Doesn't really amount to anything, and he's not able to make the save. So that's kind of a problem. I think he's just overcommitted. But the margins are so small at this level, and you get punished for that sort of thing. So you can see Paschy drop out. Really good decision to take this into dribble. And let's talk about his decision making, because taking the ball out of the back on a dribble in twos is really different from ones, obviously. And here you see a very good application of it. So he sees Jacob. He's a little far away, so he can catch this ball, get it into flick. So he elects to flick very early and gets a 50-50. So whenever a player is of that sort of distance, that's when you should be flicking and getting the ball out of your own half. Opting not to clear there, right? A clear would have gone right to Jacob. That was really smart, so he elects to catch the ball and use the space. Good decision making there. Now you're going to see Deevo do a really poor play here. He overcommits. This is very similar to the previous play, but it's even worse. It's a bit surprising. So here he's backed off. He's on the opposite side of the bouncing ball. He doesn't have an opportunity to win this. You see Paschy's actually gotten bumped. That might have been the key there. Because now that Paschy's got bumped, Paschy's not in this sort of position. So Deevo really needs to be turning immediately as soon as Paschy gets bumped. That's a ball he could never win, and pops off the wall. Sad Jr. gets the immediate goal very quickly. So 3-goal lead erased immediately. So this is Deevo's to attack. He does really well there, just to clear it back. Super deep positioning. This is going to be, you know, clear at the back, probably a pass. So these players want to be almost as deep as possible to see if they could generate some power clear back. Ends up being a pass. Paschy steps up, blocks the pass. And you're going to see some really good pressure here. This is classic 2's pressure. Nice rotation. And they're eventually going to get the goal after that misclear there. So let's talk about the transition from defense to attack. Paschy's up early. He's read the redirect opportunity. Clears it. Gets the 50-50. Or misses the 50-50. Goes for the 50-50. Deevo gets the next hit. So here, Paschy's going to grab that boost. He's going to return here. Deevo's going to do the same. Right, this is like classic 3's rotation, just in a 2 setting. So them just swapping between each other. Paschy going for the next one. Alright, since Paschy's unlocked to get this next hit, Deevo actually doesn't need to rotate because the ball's never coming back that way. Deevo's going to get in position to support the play. So Paschy hits that into the wall. Looks like potentially there could be a mega clear. And never happened, so Paschy goes for the shot. So just important for them to see it out now. That's a good kickoff. I'm not sure what Jacob's trying to accomplish there with the fake. And this should be just about game. Someone's got to step to that, and there it is. So really good play. Let's go into the closing comments. So the first main point I want to talk about is understanding when to transition from attack to defense. So in situations where it looks like orange is going to get the next hit, you can see the cues here, deep positions. You yourself have to drop back and get into deep position to clear their clear. So you see a lot of that. Deevo and Paschy doing a very good job here, and they get out of pressure. We see that same principle at play here, coupled with a nice wall read, getting up in the air before your opponent, before it hits the wall. That's how you speed up your play. But here we see Paschy apply that previous principle. He just drops off, a lot of speed on that ball. We know it's going to come out. Opponents are very deep. That means very good opportunity for a big clear. So Paschy drops out early. And they understand this really well. This is how they're so good on the transition from defense to offense, defense, and then back onto offense. Makes them extremely powerful, and it means other teams cannot get pressure against them. So this next principle is about watching what your opponents are doing and then doing the opposite thing. So opponent's going on the wall, no problem for Deevo. He just takes it out into the middle. And this is an opportunity to keep pressure. Had Paschy just turned here, supported here, they may have been able to keep some offensive pressure. So again, Paschy understanding where the pressure is. He doesn't want to clear it back to orange. So he's just going to like to catch this, take it into the space, flick it out, and try to get past the initial press from Jacob. Gets the flick. Now they're out of pressure. And he gets 50-50. So another good example of doing the opposite thing that your opponents are doing. So just keeping an eye on them. That's something you can do. If opponents drop deep, catch it, take it into a flick. If they step up, then clear it immediately. But you have to understand where the opponents are before you can make and craft your own strategy. And the last point I want to make is about a boost denial strategy. So you see here, Paschy going for that boost at the top left. See Deevo turning out, looking for mid boost, delaying from Paschy, going for high centers. Deevo grabbing that boost, going for another high center. This is how you starve opponents a boost. This is how you get them to make dumb decisions, right? It's like playing without oxygen, playing without boost. And that's how you keep pressure. So they do a very good job there of keeping pressure for the first 30 seconds and having 3 shots on goal there. So that's going to be it for this analysis. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. I know I did, especially from watching these two play. They're an absolute joy to watch. And their approach to the game as top tier ones players is a really unique. They're really focused on boost management. They're focused on getting opponents to make mistakes. So just like getting these niggling high hits into their box, just pressuring them. They understand that very well. And it's something that you guys can apply immediately too. So it just requires you to be a little smart, watch what the opponent's doing, do the opposite thing. When the opponent's gonna clear, you drop deep, turn and clears. All these little skills that are applicable in ones you're using in two situations. So that's gonna be it. Hope these guys enjoyed and have a good one.